talk about the essay.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Because you spend a lot of time, and I also went through the
Editing
process. We both know what's going on.
A little bit?
Yes. So, now, we for the project, we talked about talking about the need for secularization, right? But then we moved the topic a little bit on a softer tone.
You were thinking that we should focus it strictly on separation of constitution, separation of a constitutional amendment.
Yes.
And focus just on that.
Just more concentrated on that.
On that issue,
yes.
One issue only. And my suggestion was, since there was a limited word count, and this is the first time we're publishing something in a mainstream publication,
yes,
that we do a broader explanation of what secularization is and what its benefits are.
Yes, and then also what the group at the infancy level,
what it looks like, what we're talking about,
yes,
you know,
what
the background is.
Yes.
We're not trying to overthrow Buddhism.
Good. And that's the key point. Like
right.
we don't want the Buddhist conservatives to think that this is
an anti-Buddhist organization. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
that's
a Western conspiracy.
Yeah, and
right.
a bunch of NGOs.
That's right.
Interested in infiltrating.
Yeah, no. I have one of my family members is a monk, and they're all Buddhists. So.
Yes. So let's talk about like your the essay, like how you approached it. Yes, like you want me to define that?
Go ahead.
Secularization is like you started on this is an old subject.
Yeah,
like it's
possible that some of the Indian republics, even prior to the age of Alexander or so, were republics and had this, non-theocratic governmental framework where various tribes had their own different beliefs, but the central government, worked together. Outside of the government,
like you're talking in India specifically.
In India,
right? Indians, one of the Indians I recently had a chat with also said that, especially the Mughal Empire, like the Muslims ruled the majority Hindus at that time,
right?
And without bringing Islam into the Indian kingdom.
Okay.
So I am a little bit hesitant to go that. Because most of the
I was thinking even further back. That when the Greeks under Alexander got to India, this was a historian would have to look this up exactly when, but this is way before the Mughals. This is prior or during the time of the Buddha, or even prior. Right. They found some of their notes found some kingdoms were theocratic monarchies, some kingdoms were republics, where various tribes with different, religions and viewpoints still got together, created a central government that people can, everyone could, buy into and work with.
Go back to the topic of secularization. It's where you leave religion as a private matter of the citizens, and government focus on worldly matters, like you said.
Right.
They say. What benefits the citizens in their day-to-day lives,
right?
And focus
mainly in the Sri Lankan context, ending poverty,
development, human rights,
peaceful coexistence among communities.
Yes,
because if you have a Tamil Hindu government or a Sinhala Buddhist government, you're going to alienate a significant amount, and so. The idea is to try to get the central government to be neutral when it comes to religion. When it comes to religion, yeah.
It's not just. I think we present it. We keep our focus on secularization from separating religion. I think it goes beyond, like making humanity as one, and then not to make politics like under ethnocentric lines or religious lines. Without doing that. Building one citizenship.
Right, a common Sri Lankan identity.
Common identity that everybody can be part of or buy into, like that they can subscribe to, as we say in the website.
Right.
So in those ways, when we think about secularization, it's a continuation of the current government. It's not with a clearly leaving the religious boundaries.
Yeah, it's not a huge difference.
It's not a huge difference.
It's just it's just a matter of implementing things a certain way. You can't you can say you have a secular constitution, but if in action and the majority of the people, are interpreting things a certain way and going about things a certain way, where people who do not believe in a religion or people who believe in a minority religion are alienated, then the government being secular in name, it's not productive. It doesn't accomplish the goal.
Yes. When we want to focus on government affairs
outside of religion, except when if there's corruption or there's conflicts that are being caused by religious organizations, then the government has an overriding responsibility to deal with that.
Sujiva, like one thing when I first read your essay, like that what you said about the corruption part, like how affiliation of a religion to government can lead to further corruption.
Yes.
In the beginning, I did not think too seriously about it. It's actually a new, but the more you think about it, it brings a very interesting point that when you develop a partnership, especially an unfair partnership, that when you make a partnership with one religious institution and leaving the others out, like you can say for political reasons, here I am giving this my good friend 10 cookies, and I'm going to give our other friends all like fringe benefits, like you can say, and justify it's not just one religion we are giving to others. But the reality is most of the taxpayer money goes to one religion right now. So when that happens, that particular group eventually over the long term develops unfair partnerships with the government officials, because for their survival, for their existence and power on the society, they rely on the government.
Yeah,
it's human nature.
And also government, like back in the olden days, the kings of various ancient kingdoms controlled the population through the churches and the temples.